time around. The race session is at Spa Francorchamps in Francorchamps, Belgium. The wind speed is 7 km/h from the southeast. Esteban 007 is second. Race start. Dave Tuggy in La Source is P4. Dave Tuggy lost P4 to Bartemus Gordon. 70HDC in Eau Rouge is P2. Ricky Speed in Kemmel Straight is second. Bartemus Gordon in Les Combes is third. Esteban 007 in Bruxelles is P4. Dave Tuggy is P5. Dave Tuggy passed Esteban 007 for P4. Factual Cactus in Fagnes is 6th. Dave Tuggy in Campus is P4. Ricky Speed is 4th. Factual Cactus is P6. Factual Cactus passed Esteban 007 for P5. Esteban 007 is P6. Esteban 007 lost 7th to Skolbus Rusp. Skolbus Rusp is 7th, 0.1 ahead of Esteban 007. Phobos 1701 entering the pits is P20. Sputnik NZ in Radiolan is P6, 0.3 behind Factual Cactus. Factual Cactus in Les Combes is P6 battling Sputnik NZ. Sputnik NZ is P6, 0.1 behind Factual Cactus. Factual Cactus in Bruxelles is P6, 0.3 behind Sputnik NZ. Dave Tuggy in Fagnes is P3, 0.4 behind Bartemus Gordon. Factual Cactus in Fagnes on lap 2 is P6, 0.3 behind Ricky Speed. Dave Tuggy is third, 0.4 behind Bartemus Gordon. Factual Cactus in Blanquemont is 6th driving a Mercedes, 0.2 behind Ricky Speed. Dave Tuggy is P3, 0.5 behind Bartemus Gordon. Ricky Speed is P6, 0.2 ahead of Skolbus Rusp. Dave Tuggy in Radiolan is P3, 0.4 behind Bartemus Gordon. Ricky Speed is 7th, 0.1 ahead of Hugard 03. Hugard 03 was 3.3 faster last lap. Ricky Speed lost 7th to Hugard 03. Dave Tuggy in Bruxelles is 3rd, 0.3 behind Bartemus Gordon. Floydy 1977 in Les Combes is 11th, 0.4 behind Bot G Maxi 008. Dave Tuggy is 3rd, 0.2 behind Bartemus Gordon. Botheim Eyes is 17th, 0.3 behind ambient pale grey. Dave Tuggy is P3, 0.4 behind Bartemus Gordon. Papus Faster in Campus is P13, 0.4 behind Jair Mascarpone. 70HDC entering the pits is first. Bartemus Gordon entering the pits is second. Botheimis is P17. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is fourth. Factual Cactus entering the pits is fifth. Skolbus Rusp entering the pits is sixth. Hoogard 03 entering the pits is P7. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 8th. Ejabon 007 entering the pits is P9. Bot G Maxi 008 entering the pits is P10. Ambient Pale Grey is 16th. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P15. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 16th. Botheimis entering the pits is P17. Jair Mascarpone is 6th. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Ejabon 007 exiting pits. Wasib is P6. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Wasib exiting pits. Botheimis exiting pits. Bot G Maxi 008 exiting pits. Wasib is now 4th. LaCroix 1980 exiting pits. Papus Faster exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Skolbus Rusp exiting pits. Botheimis is 5th. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Floydy 1977 exiting pits. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Hoogard 03 exiting pits. Botheimis passed Wasib for 4th. Wasib is P5. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. Bartemus Gordon exiting pits. 70HDC exiting pits. Bot G Maxi 008 is P6. Wasib in Double Gauche is 6th battling Bot G Maxi 008. Bot G Maxi 008 in Fagnes is P5, 0.5 behind Botheimis. Skolbus Rusp in Fagnes is P10 driving a Mercedes, 0.4 behind Ambient Pale Grey. Ejabon 007 in Blanquemont is 3rd, 0.1 behind Sputnik NZ. Sputnik NZ in Chicane is 3rd, 0.1 behind Ejabon 007. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 1st. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P3. Bot G Maxi 008 is P3, 0.1 behind Botheimis. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is P10. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is 11th. Floydy 1977 in Chicane is 14th. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Hoogard 03 entering the pits is P15. Floydy 1977 is now 11th. Botheimis is P3. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Papus Faster in Kemmel Straight is P7, 0.1 behind Skolbus Rusp. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Hoogard 03 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P10. Papus Faster in Bruxelles is P7, 0.3 behind Skolbus Rusp. Dave Tuggy in Bruxelles is 13th. Best lap is a 1:44.300. Dave Tuggy passed Ricky Speed for 12th. Ambient Pale Grey in Double Gauche is 16th, 1.0 behind Jair Mascarpone. Ejabon 007 entering the pits is 1st. Skolbus Rusp entering the pits is P6. Papa's Faster entering the pits is 7th. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P8. Sputnik NZ is 9th. Floydy 1977 entering the pits is P11. Ejibon 007 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy entering the pits is 12th. Ricky Speed entering the pits is P13. Bartemes Gordon entering the pits is 14th. Ricky Speed is P13. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 17th. Hoogard 03 in chicane is 19th. Hoogard 03 passed Shoto Todoroki 39 for 18th. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is P19. Floydy 1977 exiting pits. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Skolbus Rust exiting pits. Papa's Faster exiting pits. Papa's Faster is 14th. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Bartemes Gordon exiting pits. Hoogard 03 entering the pits is P19. 7THDC is P9. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Hoogard 03 exiting pits. 7THDC passed Jair Mascarpone for P8. Ricky Speed is 17th. Bot Gmaxi 008 entering the pits is P1. Bot Hymize entering the pits is P2. Wasib entering the pits is P3. LaCroix 1980 entering the pits is 4th. Wasib is 3rd. Factual Cactus entering the pits is P5. Sputnik NZ on lap 6 is P11, 1.3 ahead of Floydy 1977. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is 7th. Everlasting Apex is 7th. 7THDC entering the pits is P8. Jair Mascarpone entering the pits is 9th. Dave Tuggy is P10. Bot Hymize exiting pits. Bot Gmaxi 008 exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone is P8. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is 11th. Shoto Todoroki 39 is P18. LaCroix 1980 exiting pits. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 17th. Ricky Speed is 16th. 7THDC exiting pits. Wasib exiting pits. Bot Gmaxi 008 in Lake Holmes is 3rd. Best lap is a 148.013. 3.713 off the fastest lap. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is P18. Hoogard 03 entering the pits is 19th. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 18th. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Papa's Faster is P8. Bot Gmaxi 008 in double gauche is P3 driving a Renault 0.5 behind Bot Hymize. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Hoogard 03 exiting pits. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. Papa's Faster is P8. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Ejibon 007 entering the pits is P1. Bot Gmaxi 008 is 3rd. Bot Hymize on lap 7 is 3rd battling Bot Gmaxi 008. Bot Gmaxi 008 was 1.5 faster last lap. Bot Hymize passed Bot Gmaxi 008 for 2nd. Dave Tuggy entering the pits is 4th. Ejibon 007 exiting pits. Bot Gmaxi 008 is 3rd. Skolbus Rust entering the pits is P5. Floydy 1977 entering the pits is P6. Papa's Faster entering the pits is P8. Bartemes Gordon entering the pits is 9th. Factual Cactus in Fagnes is P15, 0.5 behind Shoto Todoroki 39. Bot Hymize in Lake Holmes is 3rd, 0.4 behind Bot Gmaxi 008. Skolbus Rust exiting pits. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P12. Papa's Faster exiting pits. Floydie 1977 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 is P15. Bartimus Gordon exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 18th. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is 15th. Hugard 03 entering the pits is P19. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 17th. Ricky Speed is 17th. Botheimis in Blancmont is P3, 1.2 behind Bot G Maxi 008. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Hugard 03 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy is 10th. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Bartimus Gordon in Fagnes is P12, 0.3 behind Everlasting Apex. Dave Tuggy is P10, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977. Bartimus Gordon in Blancmont is 12, 0.2 behind Everlasting Apex. Floydie 1977 in Chicane is 10th driving a Toro Rosso, 0.4 behind Dave Tuggy. Dave Tuggy was 4.9 faster last lap. LaCroix 1980 in Kemmel Straight is P5, 0.3 behind 70HDC. 70HDC was 4.4 faster last lap. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P14. Wasib is 7th. Bot G Maxi 008 in Campus on lap 9 is 2nd, 0.5 behind Ejibon 007. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Ejibon 007 in Blancmont is 2nd, 0.2 behind Bot G Maxi 008. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is 16th. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 18th. Hugard 03 entering the pits is P19. Ricky Speed entering the pits is P17. Bot G Maxi 008 entering the pits is 1st. Ejibon 007 entering the pits is 2nd. Bartimus Gordon is 11th. Botheimis entering the pits is P3. 70HDC entering the pits is 4th. LaCroix 1980 entering the pits is P5. Dave Tuggy is 9th. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Bot G Maxi 008 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy passed Papas Faster for P8. Skolbus Rusp entering the pits is 6th. Wasib entering the pits is 7th. Papas Faster is P9. Dave Tuggy entering the pits is 8th. Papas Faster entering the pits is P9. Hugard 03 exiting pits. Floydie 1977 entering the pits is P10. Bartimus Gordon entering the pits is P11. Botheimis exiting pits. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P12. Bartimus Gordon is 11th. Factual Cactus entering the pits is P13. Factual Cactus is 13th. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Ejibon 007 exiting pits. 70HDC exiting pits. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 is 12th. Jair Mascarpone entering the pits is P14. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P15. Papas Faster exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 exiting pits. Wasib exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 is now 7th. Floydie 1977 exiting pits. Ejibon 007 is 4th. Bartimus Gordon exiting pits. Skolbus Rusp exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Dave Tuggy is 5th. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Ejibon 007 is 4th, 0.3 ahead of Dave Tuggy. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is 16th. Ejibon 007 lost 4th to Dave Tuggy. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is P18. Everlasting Apex in Les Combes is P12. Best lap is a 150.094. 5.794 off the fastest lap. Hugard 03 entering the pits is P19. Factual Cactus in Bruxelles is 13th, 0.5 behind Everlasting Apex. Everlasting Apex in Double Gauche is P13, 0.4 behind Factual Cactus. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 17th. Factual Cactus is 12th. Hugard 03 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy in Kemmel Straight on lap 11 is P4, 1.8 behind 70HDC. Dave Tuggy was 19.4 faster last lap. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Factual Cactus is P12. Best lap is a 144.727. 0.427 off the fastest lap. Dave Tuggy in Double Gauche is P4, 1.6 behind 70HDC. Factual Cactus in Les Combes is 12, 0.3 behind Skolbus Rusk. Factual Cactus was 24.0 faster last lap. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 18th. Ambient Pale Grey is P18. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is P16. Bartemus Gordon in Corby Paulfrere is 10th, 0.4 behind Floydie 1977. Ejibon 007 entering the pits is P5. Factual Cactus is P12 driving a Mercedes, 0.3 behind Skolbus Rusk. Papas Faster entering the pits is 6th. Ricky Speed entering the pits is 17th. Floydie 1977 entering the pits is P9. Sputnik NZ in Chicane is P14, 0.3 behind Everlasting Apex. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Factual Cactus in La Source is P9, 0.5 behind Skolbus Rusk. Papas Faster exiting pits. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Floydie 1977 exiting pits. Sputnik NZ is P11. Ejibon 007 exiting pits. Bot G Maxi 008 entering the pits is first. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Everlasting Apex in Kemmel Straight is P11, 0.2 behind Sputnik NZ. Sputnik NZ was 4.0 faster last lap. Factual Cactus in Bruxelles is 9th, 0.5 behind Skolbus Rusk. Bot Heimeyes entering the pits is P2. Bot G Maxi 008 exiting pits. Dave Tuggy in Chicane is P4, 0.5 behind 70HDC. 70HDC entering the pits is 4th. Dave Tuggy passed 70HDC for P3. Bot Heimeyes exiting pits. Factual Cactus is 9th. HDC exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 entering the pits is 5th. Wasib entering the pits is P6. Sputnik NZ in Chicane is P10 driving a Mercedes, 2.5 behind Factual Cactus. Factual Cactus entering the pits is P9. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is P16. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P11. Sputnik NZ passed Wowsieb for P7. Ambient Pale Grey entering the pits is 19th. Jair Mascarpone entering the pits is P13. Jair Mascarpone is 14th. LaCroix 1980 is 14th. LaCroix 1980 exiting pits. Wowsieb exiting pits. Wowsieb is 12th. Ambient Pale Grey exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. Dave Tuggy entering the pits is 2nd. Factual Cactus in Eau Rouge is P14, 2.7 behind Everlasting Apex. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. Dave Tuggy in La Source is 4th. Bartemus Gordon entering the pits is 5th. Dave Tuggy passed 7THDC for 3rd. Skolbus Rusp entering the pits is P6. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P7. 7THDC is P4. Factual Cactus in Fagnes is 14th, 0.1 behind Everlasting Apex. Factual Cactus was 2.8 faster last lap. 7THDC in Les Combes on lap 14 is 4th, 0.4 behind Dave Tuggy. Bartemus Gordon exiting pits. Skolbus Rusp exiting pits. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. Factual Cactus is P14. 7THDC in Double Gauche is P4, 0.4 behind Dave Tuggy. Bartemus Gordon in Les Combes is 6th, 0.5 behind Papas Faster. THDC in Corby Palfrère is P4, 0.5 behind Dave Tuggy. Dave Tuggy was 10.3 faster last lap. Hugard 03 entering the pits is P18. Bartemus Gordon in Double Gauche is P6. Best lap is a 144.748. 0.448 off the fastest lap. Hugard 03 exiting pits. 7THDC is P4. Best lap is a 144.661. 0.361 off the fastest lap. Papas Faster entering the pits is 6th. Papas Faster is P6, 1.7 ahead of Skolbus Rusp. Floydy 1977 entering the pits is 9th. Ejibond 007 entering the pits is 10th. Hugard 03 is P18. Ricky Speed entering the pits is P16. Ricky Speed is 16th. Botg Maxi 008 entering the pits is 1st. Hugard 03 in Fagnes is 18th. Papas Faster exiting pits. Floydy 1977 exiting pits. Ejibond 007 is 13th. Ejibond 007 exiting pits. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Botmimais entering the pits is 2nd. Botg Maxi 008 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is 11th. 7THDC entering the pits is 4th. Ambient pale gray entering the pits is P19. Jair Mascarpone in Les Combes is 14th. Best lap is a 150.424. 6.124 off the fastest lap. Bottheim is exiting pits. 7THDC exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P11. Sputnik NZ is 7th, 1.1 behind Skolbus Rust. Sputnik NZ was 0.6 faster last lap. Everlasting Apex in Blanquemont is 11th. LaCroix 1980 entering the pits is 8th. Wausive entering the pits is 9th. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is 16th. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P11. Jair Mascarpone entering the pits is P14. Jair Mascarpone is P14. Factual Cactus entering the pits is P15. Bartemus Gordon in Fagnes on lap 16 is 5th. Wausive exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 exiting pits. Factual Cactus is P14. Bot G Maxi 008 is first. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is 13th. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 in Kemmel Straight is 12th, 0.3 behind Wausive. Seven THDC in Raytheland is 4th, 0.5 behind Bottheim. 7 THDC was 8.9 faster last lap. Bottheim in Kemmel Straight is 4th. Best lap is a 149.164. 4.864 off the fastest lap. LaCroix 1980 in Campus is 12th, 0.7 behind Wausive. Dave Tuggy entering the pits is P2. Dave Tuggy is second. LaCroix 1980 is P12, 0.3 behind Wausive. Dave Tuggy exiting pits. Bartemus Gordon entering the pits is 5th. Sputnik NZ is 7th, 1.3 behind Skolbus Rust. Skolbus Rust entering the pits is P6. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P7. Wausive is 12th. Wausive passed LaCroix 1980 for P11. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is 15th. Bartemus Gordon exiting pits. Skolbus Rust exiting pits. Sputnik NZ is P7. Sputnik NZ exiting pits. LaCroix 1980 in Fagnes is P12. Best lap is a 150.026. 5.726 off the fastest lap. Papos Faster entering the pits is P8. Floydy 1977 entering the pits is P9. Ejibon 007 entering the pits is P10. Botji Maxi 008 entering the pits is first. Ricky Speed entering the pits is P15. Floydy 1977 is P8. Hugard 03 in chicane is 16th. Hugard 03 entering the pits is 16th. Lacroix 1980 is P12, 0.5 behind Wausieb. Wausieb was 1.6 faster last lap. Botji Maxi 008 exiting pits. Lacroix 1980 is now P9. 70HDC entering the pits is P3. Botheimeyes entering the pits is P4. Papas Faster exiting pits. Floydy 1977 exiting pits. Hugard 03 exiting pits. 70HDC is third. Shoto Todoroki 39 in Radielan is P15. Ricky Speed exiting pits. Ejibon 007 exiting pits. Botheimeyes is third. Botheimeyes exiting pits. 70HDC exiting pits. Lacroix 1980 in double gauche is P9, 0.5 behind Wausieb. HDC in Bruxelles is P4. Lacroix 1980 in Blanquemont is 9th, 0.4 behind Wausieb. Wausieb entering the pits is P8. Lacroix 1980 entering the pits is P9. Factual Cactus entering the pits is P10. Shoto Todoroki 39 entering the pits is P15. Factual Cactus is 10. HDC in Blanquemont is 4th, 1.8 ahead of Bartemasgorden. Jair Mascarpone entering the pits is P13. Jair Mascarpone is P13. Factual Cactus exiting pits. Skolbus Rus is P6, 3.4 ahead of Sputnik NZ. Wausieb exiting pits. Lacroix 1980 exiting pits. Shoto Todoroki 39 is 17th. Shoto Todoroki 39 exiting pits. Jair Mascarpone exiting pits. HDC in Kemmel Straight is 4th, 0.5 behind Botheimeyes. 70HDC passed Botheimeyes for P3. Botheimeyes is P4. The leader has just finished the race. Botji Maxi 008 finished first. Dave Tuggy finished P2. Papas Fasterer finished 8th. Hugard 03. Floydy 1977 finished P9. Factual Cactus finished P10. Ejibon 007. Ricky Speed. 70HDC finished P3. Bartemasgorden finished P4. Botheimeyes finished 5th. Wausieb. Lacroix 1980. Skolbus Rus finished 6th. Shoto Todoroki 39. Sputnik NZ.